what was the concept we understood last time? This is, अभी तो 24 घंटे भी नहीं हुए, भूल गए सब?
Ma'am, passing parameter to child class and parent class of
Yes.
inheritance.
Yes, so how to pass the parameters to especially constructor to
Yes.
from the derived class using
Yes,
super keyword,
yes ma'am,
right?
super
So
keyword.
yes, so that was the topic which we did, and exam point of view and practical point of view, both that is very important. So understand it properly. Now we are moving on to the other very too important concept in Java. That will be also related to the inheritance only. Now, is my screen visible, students? I have made it. I have made the presentation. Okay, just do it. Just let me do it one more time. Now, is it visible?
Yes ma'am.
Oh, okay. I think there is network issue. It is fine. So again, to one of the two of the important concept which we will be learning, and that will be related to inheritance. Again, the concept name is, one of the concept we have already done in the earlier sessions, but the next topic which we will be doing it today. The network is too slow here, student. It is taking so much time. So super is understand, super is over. Now we'll be moving on to the next one. The topic name is method overloading and method overriding. This particular topic is asked in program. This is very popular and one of the favorite topics to ask for program, to ask for theories. And one more type of question can be asked for this particular topic is the difference between method overloading and method overriding. Once you will getting to know what these two are, then you will be able to frame the differences between the two as well, right? So let us move to the concept. Now, does anyone remember what was method overloading? We have we have discussed this topic few sessions back. So is there anyone who can recall what method overloading is? When I'll be giving you the example, you will say that yes, madam, हमने ये किया था, अभी याद आ गया. Let me not waste the time and tell you. Suppose I want to calculate the area. I want to calculate the area of circle, right? So what I'm supposed to do? I will be creating one function called मान लो shape नाम का मैंने class करा है, class shape, ठीक है? इसमें I'm not concerned with data members right now. What I'll be doing, let's say I'm having one function called integer area of circle, and I'll be passing the parameter called integer radius, and this is going to calculate, this is giving me the area of a circle. Similarly, what I want, suppose I want to have the area of a triangle. Again, what I'll be doing, I'll be creating one more method called area triangle, and I'll be passing again two parameters, integer length and integer height, and then this function is going to give me the area for triangle. Similarly, if I want to calculate the area of uh, a rectangle or a square or a sphere or a cylinder, I'll be creating the area, and then I'll be say cylinder, and then I'll be passing the parameters accordingly, and then this function is going to give me the area for the particular shape. Now if you observe this, I want to perform the same operation. I want to perform the same operation, that is calculation of area, but the change is only the shape, and as the shape changes, the number of parameters will change. Now what here we can do, or what optimize you have to. Now suppose as a user, you imagine that you are having a class, you have to remember three different kinds of a function name, three different function name to calculate the area of the particular shape. That's okay. Fine. I need to create a separate function for area circle, area triangle, and area. Anyways, I have to create separate function because every function performs a unique task only, right? So there is no doubt that we need to create 3, 4, 5 different functions. But the thing is, I need to remember 5, 6 different names of function, right? Because every function name is different, even though all the functions are doing the same operation, that is of finding the area. Are you getting the problem, student? Are you getting? Yes, correct, Vicky, Krish. Okay, very good, very good. Yes, very good, Bajrang. So the problem is, that's absolutely fine, and that is necessary that different functions needs to be there to calculate the area. But the problem will be different function name is supposed to be remembered by user to do this. So what your method overloading concept gives us, that you can have only one function name. If all the function is doing actually the same task, then you can have the same function name. But how your compiler will identify that right now I need to call this, I need to call this. So not to have a confusion for a compiler and your interpreter, your method overloading concept says that you can keep the name of the function same. You can keep the name of the function same if all the functions are doing same thing, but you need to pass the parameters differently, so that I will not be having the confusion that at which particular time which method is I'm supposed to execute, because now the function name is same. So I must be having some unique thing to identify that right now which particular version of that method I'm supposed to call. Am I clear? So this is called method overloading. One name, many forms. Actually, if I say like this, method overloading has different functions with same name and different parameter list. Correct? This is what the feature of method overloading is. You'll be having different functions. Function will not be same, function will be different, but the name of the function will be same and the parameter list will be different. Parameter list will be different. So if I say, if in a nutshell I say method overloading, you'll be having different function signature. Why different function signature? Because you have to compulsorily you have to have different signature, so that your compiler and interpreter will not have a confusion in calling any of the function at a particular time. Is it clear? So you have to remember that in function overloading, you will be having different function signature. Signature includes three things. See, only if you say that I'll be changing the return type, एक में void कर दूंगा, एक में integer कर दूंगा. No. Return type will not differentiate the function. रिटर्न टाइप तो कब पिक्चर में आएगा, जब आपका फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होगा और फंक्शन को रिटर्न करनी है वैल्यू, तब. लेकिन अगर पैरामीटर लिस्ट सेम रखा, सेम सीक्वेंस का रखा, नंबर एंड टाइप ऑफ पैरामीटर सेम रखा, तो पहले फंक्शन में एंटर ही नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि कंफ्यूजन होगी कि ये इस टाइम पे ये करना है या ये करना है, क्योंकि पैरामीटर लिस्ट सेम है. ठीक है. सो signature means specifically type and or number of arguments should be different. Am I clear? इधर टाइप डिफरेंट रखो या तो नंबर डिफरेंट रखो या दोनों डिफरेंट रखो, दैट्स फाइन. सो टाइप एंड और नंबर ऑफ आर्ग्यूमेंट्स should be different. Am I clear with this? This will be doing in the program, don't worry. But conceptually, is it okay? Shall we move on? Okay, Krish, great. Few more responses. Okay, Umang, fine. Fine. Great, Zenith. Now, what I'm doing is, yes, one more thing you have to remember is, this particular thing happens in same class. Same class means you will be keeping different versions of overloaded methods in the same class. ठीक है, क्योंकि एक ही क्लास में आपको एरिया ऑफ सर्कल, एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल, एरिया ऑफ सभी जगह जो भी मेथड आप ओवरलोडेड, these methods are called overloaded methods. When you keep the name as same but parameter list is different, that these methods are called overloaded method. अब overloaded method कहाँ पे रखोगे? Generally we keep it in the same class. Let us move on to the overriding. That is some interesting. Let's say the topic is method overriding. तो यहाँ क्या होगा? Let me say, let us understand this by example directly. Let's say I'm having a class called car, right? And inside that I'm having one parameter called integer speed, or rather double speed. Let us keep it double speed. Fine, ये हमारा डेटा मेंबर हो गया. ठीक है, अभी एक मेंबर फंक्शन डाल रही हूँ, दैट void set speed, इस नाम का मैं फंक्शन कर रही हूँ. और यहाँ पे मैं कुछ भी यूजर के पास से, स्कैनर से यूजर के पास से कोई मांगूंगी और स्पीड में वो सेट कर दूंगी. स्पीड इज इक्वल टू एस. ठीक है, ये हो गया. नाउ understood this? I'm having one data member. I'm creating one member function set speed to set the speed from the user. If I can have constructor also to initialize the speed data member, but I want to show you overriding. That's why I'm keeping speed as set speed as a function. Now let us have one more class called class BMW. Do you find any relationship between BMW and car? Can we establish a relationship? Yes, BMW is a car. That means your BMW will be the child class of car. Am I clear? Because BMW will be having all the properties which a car will be having. Correct? So I can keep a relation. Now you should be very, very clear that at which scenario you should establish the relationship called inheritance. Whenever you will be having the is a relationship, BMW is a car. At that time only, if I write like this, can I establish a relationship now? If I write class Jupiter, Jupiter is a car, No, answer is no. When you have no, logically they are not related, and hence we cannot establish a relation. But say this, for this particular thing, we can establish a relationship called inheritance. Say extends car. So automatically your BMW will be able to access all the properties of the car. Now you can very well understand. So obviously speed will be accessible here. Speed will be accessible here. Now, so should I do now this? Actually, should I do this? Should I do this or not? No, because if I want a data member as speed, which is already available in the car, and car is the parent class of the BMW, we should not write the repetitive things inside the child class, and that's why we are keeping it as a child class, right? कि हमें वापस वही सब लिखना ना पड़े, we can directly reuse the property of the parent class. So हम speed लिखेंगे नहीं, we can directly use the speed parameter inside the BMW, because speed is not private property of the class, so anyways it will be accessible within the BMW. Now you can, you know very well, better than me, that the speed of every car is different. If I set the speed of, say, Hyundai car, it will be different. The speed related to BMW will be different. The speed related to Audi will be different. Yes or no? Yes or no? Every car will be having different speed. I'm talking about the average speed if I want to set. So every car will be having different speed. So what I do, again I want to set the speed of this BMW, right? But remember this, remember this. If I use the same, if I use the same set speed, let's say I'm not, let me keep it more simple. Speed is equal to, say, 60 kilometers per hour, right? 60 kilometer per hour. This is what an average car speed. A car speed is, in average, it's a 60 kilometer per hour. But when I talk about the BMW, obviously the speed will increase. The speed will increase. Now, if I use the same set speed method, it is going to get the speed value as 60 only. Yes or no? ये सी, ये मेथड भी उसको इनहेरिट तो हुआ ही, क्योंकि ये भी ये पेरेंट क्लास की प्रॉपर्टी है, तो ये भी इनहेरिट हुआ. अगर मैं डायरेक्टली यही वर्जन यूज करती हूँ, मतलब क्या, डायरेक्टली वर्जन यूज कर रही हूँ, उसका मतलब क्या, लेट मी जस्ट शो यू व्हाट आई वांट टू. अभी मैं, चलो, कार C1 इज इक्वल टू न्यू कार. ठीक है, don't go much into the syntax, guys. Right now I'm in the logic. So if I write, what will be the value of speed? What will be the value of speed? So logically you will be having one object with the name C1, rather the reference name as C1, and here the value, there will be only one property called speed. We are having only one data member, speed, and the speed will be set to 60. Correct? Is it okay? Yes. Now when I start doing this, when I write, say, BMW B1 is equal to new BMW, what will happen? What will happen? There will be again one object. There will be again one object B1, and here also there will be speed. Here also there will be speed, right? Because that is inherited from the parent class. Now if I do this, if I do like this, same B1 dot set speed, यही मैं कर रही हूँ, तो क्या हो जाएगी, B1 ऑब्जेक्ट में भी स्पीड क्या सेट हो जाएगी, 60. Correct, because this is a default, because your BMW is actually using the property of the parent class to set the speed. This is 100% valid statement because your child class can access the प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ अ पेरेंट क्लास, राइट? तो ये स्पीड कर गई, लेकिन मुझे पता है कि BMW की स्पीड कार की स्पीड से अलग है. आई वांट टू सेट इट विथ डिफरेंट वैल्यू. ठीक है, तो मैं क्या करूंगी, यही डायरेक्टली अगर यूज कर दिया तो ये फंक्शन कॉल होगा, स्पीड 60 सेट होगी जो मुझे नहीं चाहिए. तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा कि इस क्लास में मुझे करनी है तो स्पीड ही सेट, राइट? अगेन आई विल बी कीपिंग अ डिफरेंट वर्जन ऑफ the method, and here I'll be setting speed is equal to 100. Speed is equal to 100. Now when I be doing like this, b1 dot set speed, it is going to take the function which is local to itself first. अभी क्या होगा, मान लो कि ये वाला जो है, ये वाला पोर्शन है सेट स्पीड वाला, ये मैंने नहीं लिखा, तो क्या होगा, पहले वो b1 में ये वाला जो पोर्शन है ना, ये स्पीड वाली मैंने नहीं लिखी, अज्यूम दैट. तो क्या होगा, b1 के ऑब्जेक्ट, पहले b1 का ऑब्जेक्ट है, BMW का ऑब्जेक्ट है, तो वो देखेगा कि मेरे पास कोई सेट स्पीड नाम की मेथड है नहीं है. तो वो क्या करेगा कि मैं तो किसी का चाइल्ड क्लास हूं, तो पहले उसमें भी देख लेते कि सेट स्पीड है, हाँ मेरे पेरेंट क्लास में सेट स्पीड है, तो वो वर्जन यूज करेगा. First of all, your every object will try to find out the data member and member function within itself first. The priority of the local things are obviously more. So इसलिए सेट स्पीड की 60 हो जा रही थी, क्योंकि उसके पास कोई स्पीड सेट करने के लिए कुछ था ही नहीं. तो वो पेरेंट क्लास के पास चला गया, उसने बोला कि मेरी स्पीड 60 है तो आप सेट कर लो. सिमिलर, बट when we are keeping the version, when we are keeping our own version of setting the speed, now when I will be doing b1 dot set speed, it is not going to the parent class because it can find the same method here inside its own class, and it is going to set the speed of BMW as 100. Am I clear, everyone? Am I clear what I am doing? I am trying to telling you. Yes. So this concept where, I repeat myself, this concept where the child class will redefine, I repeat, already set speed method defined है class में, इसलिए हम बोल रहे हैं redefine. When a child class redefines the method redefines the parent class method in itself, this concept is called method overriding. हम बोलते हैं ना ओवरराइड कर दिया, कुछ लिखा होता है उसके ऊपर हम लिखते हैं, तो हम क्या बोलते हैं, ओवरराइट. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं, एक ऑलरेडी सेट स्पीड नाम का मेथड है, लेकिन वो किसमें है, पेरेंट क्लास में. लेकिन वो जो सेट स्पीड कर रही है, वो चाइल्ड क्लास को बोल रहा है कि चलो मुझे ये फंक्शन नेम तो चाहिए, लेकिन मुझे जो आप लोग कर रहे हो वो नहीं चाहिए, मुझे मेरा खुद का चाहिए. ठीक है, so what it will be doing, it will take the signature from the parent class and it will change the definition. The signature must remain the same in overriding. If you say like this, integer speed or integer s, ये कर दोगे तो ये overriding नहीं हुई. क्यों? क्योंकि जो सिग्नेचर पेरेंट क्लास में थी और जो सिग्नेचर चाइल्ड क्लास में है वो टोटली डिफरेंट है, तो ये ओवरराइडिंग हुई ही नहीं. ओवरराइडिंग कब होती है, जब चाइल्ड क्लास पेरेंट क्लास की सिग्नेचर लेके रीडिफाइन करती है मेथड को, तभी ओवरराइडिंग होता है. एम आई क्लियर विद दिस? और जब भी आप ओवरराइड करो तब आपके पास चाइल्ड क्लास के पास दो वर्जन होंगे, दो डेफिनेशन होंगी एक ही मेथड की. लेकिन प्रायोरिटी, अगर आपको लगे कि चलो चाइल्ड क्लास में तो ये सेट स्पीड भी है और ये सेट स्पीड भी है, तो कंफ्यूजन नहीं होगी कि यहाँ पे कौन किसकी कॉल करेगा, पेरेंट वाली कॉल करेगा या चाइल्ड वाली. नो, देयर विल बी नॉट बी एनी कंफ्यूजन, बिकॉज द प्रायोरिटी व्हेन यू आर हैविंग द ओवरराइडिंग मेथड्स, the priority of the child class method is much more or rather more than the parent class method. Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone? Fine, fine. So that is this is what. तो अब अभी ओवरराइडिंग का हमें नटशेल में कुछ समरी लिखना हो तो क्या लिख सकते हैं कि ओवरराइडिंग happens in parent child रिलेशनशिप. मतलब क्या हुआ, ओवरलोडिंग में हमने क्या लिखा था, ये सेम क्लास में होता है. ओवरराइडिंग में हमने क्या लिखा कि पेरेंट चाइल्ड रिलेशनशिप में होता है. मतलब आपको मिनिमम 2 क्लासेस चाहिए जिसके जिसके बीच में पेरेंट चाइल्ड रिलेशनशिप हो टू हैव द ओवरराइडिंग, राइट. सिग्नेचर must remain same. अगर जो भी फंक्शन आप ओवरराइड कर रहे हो उसकी सिग्नेचर सही एक ही होनी चाहिए. सिग्नेचर इंक्लूड्स 3 थिंग्स: रिटर्न टाइप, फंक्शन नेम एंड पैरामीटर लिस्ट. जो भी है, अगर आप ओवरराइड करना चाहते हो तो. अगर ओवरराइड करना नहीं चाहते देन इट्स फाइन, यू कैन हैव योर ओन सेट ऑफ मेथड्स, दैट्स फाइन. बट ओवरराइडिंग करना चाहते हो, ओवरराइडिंग के और भी बेनिफिट्स हैं दैट वी विल बी गोइंग टू लर्न इट इन द कमिंग सेशंस. क्यों ओवरराइड करने से हमें क्या बेनिफिट मिलता है, राइट, वो हम करेंगे. लेकिन अगर आपको ओवरराइड करना है तो सिग्नेचर शुड बी सेम, मस्ट बी सेम रादर. शुड और मस्ट में डिफरेंस है. मस्ट मतलब होना ही चाहिए और शुड इट्स गुड टू हैव दैट, राइट. नहीं होगा तो भी चलेगा लेकिन इट्स गुड टू हैव दैट. दैट इज व्हाट शुड सेज. एंड मस्ट इज कंपल्सरीली यू हैव टू कीप द सिग्नेचर सेम. Then okay, you can say priority of local version is more than the parent class version. ठीक है, वो भी एक आपको याद रखना है. अगर आप यही बोलोगे कि मैडम हमने ओवरलोडिंग में ये बोला कि कंपाइलर को कंफ्यूजन होगी, एक ही मेथड है तो एक ही नाम की मेथड है, सब पैरामीटर लिस्ट, तो आपने तो बोला कि कंफ्यूजन ना हो इसलिए हम सिग्नेचर डिफरेंट रखते हैं. लेकिन यहाँ पे आप बोल रहे हैं कि कंफ्यूजन होगा ही नहीं, सेम सिग्नेचर है तो. क्योंकि there are 2 different version, there are altogether 2 different classes which is having the same name method signature. मेथड तो अलग ही है, सिर्फ हमने सिग्नेचर वही रखी है. इसके एडवांटेजेस बहुत है, विल बी सीइंग दैट. ठीक है. एनी डाउट विथ ओवरलोडिंग एंड ओवरराइडिंग? Any doubt? Shall we proceed? One more thing I want to clarify here, that method overriding and method overloading, this two concept belongs to polymorphism, our OOP concept, polymorphism. ठीक है. मेथड ओवरलोडिंग इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ बहुत सारे. सी, आप मेथड ओवरलोडिंग भी बोल सकते हो, और या तो उसको बोल सकते हो आप कंपाइल टाइम polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism, or rather you can sometimes it is also said as static polymorphism, right. उसी तरह मेथड ओवरराइडिंग इज नोन एज रन टाइम पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म और डायनामिक polymorphism. polymorphism. Also, sometimes it is said as just move this box. It's called dynamic binding. Dynamic binding, and that method overloading is called static binding. ठीक है? So these are the different names you can use. In question, they can also write the example of runtime polymorphism or compile time polymorphism, method overloading, method. These two actually, method overloading and method overriding, are actually the two most used word. But yes, these are the different names you can have it. Is it clear? Shall we move on to the program, everyone? Shall we move on to the program? Okay, okay. It will be much more clear to you when we will be having the let me have one overloading, overriding demo. Right? Let's say we'll be keeping inside a package called lecture programs. Class. First of all, I am सी मेथड ओवरलोडिंग होता है, वैसे कंस्ट्रक्टर ओवरलोडिंग भी होता है. तो ओवरलोडिंग तो एक ही क्लास में अगर आप एक ही नाम की फंक्शन रखते हो और मल्टीपल सिग्नेचर रखते हो तो ये ओवरलोडिंग हो गया. तो लेट अस हैव, मैं एक ही मैं करवा देती हूँ. तो मैं वही एग्जांपल लेती हूँ. क्लास लेट्स से एनिमल और लेट्स से क्लास पर्सन. ठीक है, क्लास पर्सन. नाउ लेट्स से इंटीजर एज, string name. Right, let me have set data. I'll be having age is equal to 30 and name is equal to Umang. Right, so I'll be setting that. That's fine. Okay, I'm right now demonstrating overloading, right? So I'll be having the multiple version of the function with the same name but with different parameter list in the same class. Okay, so again I'll be having void set data with two different parameter, string s, that's it, age is equal to a and string equals to s. That's fine. Right, let's keep two versions. Right, तो ये हुआ मेथड ओवरलोडिंग. एक ही नहीं, यहाँ पे अगर आप कंस्ट्रक्टर लिख देते हो, एक डिफॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर और पैरामीटराइज कंस्ट्रक्टर, तो वो क्या हो गया, एग्जांपल कंस्ट्रक्टर ओवरलोडिंग का हो गया. ठीक है, सॉरी, will be name. Fine. Now let's say I'm having class student. ठीक है, now student is a person. ठीक है, तो मुझे extends, I can establish a relationship between the two, student person. अभी मुझे सिर्फ नेम एज और ओके, एक स्टूडेंट नाम का क्लास ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे है. let's keep engineering student. Engineering student is a person, right? Let's say I'm having one integer roll number, right? So what I want, it wants to, now which things are accessible to a engineering student? Roll number, age and name, obviously. ठीक है, अभी उसको भी सेट करना है डेटा, तो वो क्या करेगा? void set data and the version will be different. यहाँ पे भी set data है, यहाँ पे भी set data है, तो लेकिन उसको एज रखनी है 20, नेम let's say Krish, and roll number is equal to 31, anything, right? That's it. तो ये क्या हो गई? यहाँ पे भी सेम सिग्नेचर वाली मेथड है, यहाँ पे भी सेम सिग्नेचर वाली है, तो इसको बोलते हैं ओवरराइडिंग, राइट? नाउ लेट मी हैव the as for main, okay. पहले मैं ओवरलोडिंग डेमोन्स्ट्रेट कर रही हूँ. लेट्स से ओवरलोडिंग मतलब मुझे किसका करना पड़ेगा? ऑब्जेक्ट पर्सन. पर्सन p1 इज इक्वल टू न्यू पर्सन. ठीक है, अभी p1 डॉट p1 डॉट सेट डेटा है, तो p1 में कौन सी वैल्यू जाएगी? जो हमने रखी है वो 30 एंड उमंग. एंड लेट मी हैव पर्सन p2 is equal to new person p2 dot set data. Here there will be different version call. Here set data क्या करूंगी? इंटीजर पैरामीटर रखने, तो मैं डालती हूँ 25, एज इज 25 and the name I am keeping it as Rajesh. Fine. Let me have a show function, void show system dot out dot println age equals to plus age system dot out dot println name is equal to plus name. ठीक है, यहाँ पे मैं रोल नंबर, चलो यहाँ पे डाल देती हूँ ताकि है ना हम रोल नंबर भी शो कर सके. सिस्टम डॉट आउट डॉट println roll number is equal to plus roll. ठीक है, चलो अभी क्या हुआ? p1 और p2 में हमने डाल दिया, तो p1 डॉट सेट डेटा, यहाँ पे भी हम एक शो फंक्शन डाल ही दिया है. ठीक है, लेट्स से आई एम एग्जीक्यूटिंग दिस. sorry. You can say just a second. मैंने शो तो कॉल करा ही नहीं ना. P1 dot show and P2 dot show. राइट, तो पहले में डिफॉल्ट वैल्यू आ गई और सेकंड में हमने जो सेट करी थी वो वैल्यू आ गई. तो वो ये हो गई मेथड ओवरलोडिंग. अभी ओवरराइडिंग का बता देती हूँ आपको कैसे करते हैं. I'll be creating the object of class engineering student. Engineering student E1 is equal to new engineering student right. Now E1 dot set data. अभी E1 dot set data करेंगे तो कौन सी वर्जन होगी ये. And then if I'll be doing E1 dot show, let's see what it is going to store. देखो ये हमारा E1 की 20, Krish and 31. This is the priority. It has not called the set data of the parent class. It has called its own set data, right? Let me give you, this is overriding. Let me give you one more okay, it's actually the time is, we don't have the time. That's fine. Is it clear? Overloading will be doing the next things in the later sessions. Is it good to go, guys? All okay? Got the concept? Yes. I request everyone, I insist everyone to just practice these overloading and overriding concepts. Okay. You can think for a while if you have a query. Let me have the attendance for you. Okay. Just attend your roll calls, everyone. Zaki Ahmed, Sachin Chinmay Dhairya. Milan Hitesh Hina Chirag. Student, I'm saying you multiple times that if you have missed your turn, please don't interrupt me in between. Chirag is not there. Milan is not there. Vensi, Kamalraj, Astha Shelvi. Okay. Jaikishan, Hiren, Naresh, Manaf. Okay. Yatish Mohib Hussain Krish Mishi. Okay. Kushal Umang Parth Karthik. Kushal is not there. Deep Urvisha Mihir Nirali. Mihir છે. Okay. Sharad Rahul. Shreya Krishna. Rahul, Shreya and Krishna. Sharad is not there. Milan Sunil Harsh Yash. Yash નથી. Diksha Zenith Varun Stuti. Okay, all four. Harshil Dev Yash Kinjal. Jay Manan Bhagyesh Bhargav. ભાગ્યેશ ભાર્ગવ નથી. સાહિસ્તા આર્યન અમિત રૂમા. ભાગ્યેશ is there. Okay. સાહિસ્તા આર્યન છે. બજરંગ સોનુ અમન રાજીવ. અમન રાજીવ નથી. અખિલેશ અંકિત કશિશ રાહુલ. ઓકે. ઉમંગ મનંજય સોનુ દિવ્યાંશુ. ઓકે. ભૂમિકા ચંદન ગગન વિનય. અભિરાજ શ્રવણ રિંકુ રોશન. આશીષ પ્રિયંકા વિકી મનીષ. ઓકે. અલ્સેફ બ્રજેશ રોહિણી આકાશ રવિ. આકાશ નથી. Okay. That's it from my side. See you all tomorrow. You should have a happy day ahead and
Ma'am,
take
Aman.
care. Bye for now.
Hello, ma'am.
Huh?
Aman.
Aman. हाँ हाँ जी.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Anybody else?
Hello, ma'am.
हाँ.
Yes, ma'am. Milan 19.
Milan.
Ma'am, 19.
19. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Fine. You all can leave. Thank you for joining. Bye for now.